Okay, so this is just a brief, um, recording because it's late of the night and it's relatively quiet, which is unusual in the city of Sydney if you happen to be a human being. And I say that because all human beings are targeted by this technological matrix that actually surrounds you, because most people around you are using technology as a means for their survival, not just in the sense that they're using technology as part of a community watching, policing citizens patrol system, which means like constant surveillance of real human beings that aren't quite as, I think probably aren't capable, like myself, of being quite as regimented, quite as much into a program or into a workforce system, or who are just human beings that have or want to have a higher frequency and vibration. In other words, that means that they operate in the life, love, normal human instinct, whereas the others, or the android beings and those that take part in these patrol control systems, are of a different nature. In other words, they operate in the death instinct of the malignant narcissistic personality. And that's just putting it at a more real human personality level. In reality, we have also very large numbers of artificially intelligent survival machine beings. In other words, they're totally artificially created beings in human form. So you have many different things, but this is just going to be a short recording to postulate the idea that we don't live in the exact earth that we think we do, or at least that we don't think this now, because in reality there's, like, this is an old video of not that old, this particular music artist, 1990, but was around in the 1960s, started in the 1960s. Although I am not of the 1960s, but more of the 1980s really, because I wasn't, like I would have only been very young in the 1960s, still an infant. But, I now, just at this late stage of life, many decades later, are looking at this particular singer, even though I should have looked at him years ago, only in the sense that everything usually is what you watch at either a given time, or at least not, say, 45 years later or something like that. Usually it's much earlier than that when you'll listen to a music demigod, whether they be past, present or future. They're past, present and future, but this is a matrix, so they update and change things at random will. So what you're seeing and believing is often not quite as real as what you think, and that's very disorientating and disturbing, yes, but unfortunately it is actually the reality, because everything really is centered around mind controlling the remaining more limited number of human beings now, because the human race is gradually being extinct in the Earth matrix. And that's just been a slow, gradual process, I think. But that's the Earth as a ball shown on the stage, because the demigods like to show things, just as Lucifer's matrix, Lucifer that became, that some people know this being as the dark Satan entity, but in reality it was originally seen, as we're told, as an artificial being of light. But then the iniquity of that technology sometimes turns to the dark, so it became then known under a different title. But this particular being is the pseudo-god of Earth, or the pseudo-god of the belief systems of Earth, and often the pseudo-god of many humans. In other words, you can think that a particular entity is your God and your creator, but this being is known to be the master of deception, and its demigods that populate the earth, which means anyone who's anyone on the world stage, or even the internet world stage, is always a human mind controlled deceiver. This can be done through seduction or through force, but it just depends on who or what and your circumstances. But either way, I'm just going to show that the earth is a confined space for a human being, really. It's not like an open space, like, and actually they show you this because look, see, oh, wait on, see, oh, hold on, see, it's really, here I am. I'm just going to say, I don't want to show too much. I'm just going to say that I'm here, and I'm Patricia Gilligan, and I live at number 334 to 36 Henry Street, in the suburb of Leichhardt, in the inner west human mind control, completely closed in patrol suburb of Leichhardt, in the totally controlled inner west section of the city of Sydney. Sydney is the capital city in the country of Australia. It it's the capital city in the country of Australia, but the country of Australia is very large, and most of the population is centred in the major cities. The biggest one is Sydney, where I am. It supposedly has 4 million people. I think that is the current population, but who knows? But either way, the inner west section of City of Sydney has very few a kind of, human, individual, separate human beings with their own, where you're not part of this total technical, total surveillance, patrol, control system, where you're surrounding a few human beings in the inner west section of the City of Sydney, which inner west comprises more than just the suburb of Leichhardt. It comprises the suburb of Leichhardt, which is the centre, and many other suburbs, about 5 or 6 other suburbs, which is quite a reasonable area, but also comprises, a couple of 100,000 people, and they systematically patrol the few remaining human beings in the inner west section of the City of Sydney. I'm not sure what the number of human beings are. I only know that I'm one of them, but I don't know how many others are real human beings, and how intensely they are actually patrolled, because they usually like to remain hidden until they think that you are more aware of them. Then they either mistakenly assume that you will be a problem, so they show their patrol force, because it is a force to be reckoned with, because although it is hidden and in plain sight, as they say, it is really directed energy at you, and that is to control you, but also to take the energy out from you, because human beings are really just energy sources now in this Earth matrix. That means that the Earth is really a control system around humanity, even though you may or may not become aware of that unless it's like myself, usually too late. But either way, I'm gonna show something here, if I can. I'm gonna show the little the ball. See, the humans are inside the snowball. The Earth is a covered space. It's a confined space. In other words, it has parameters. So it's a big snowball, and it's a big snowball. It's a big snowball. Oh, and the snowflakes floating around are the particles. They're like the matter. They're like, everything is frequency and vibration, and when I move, I have a frequency and vibration and energy, and it shakes up the snowball, and all the atoms move. But human beings have the only ones that have like a different frequency and vibration to the androids. The androids they don't make the atoms move very fast, whereas a human being like if I was at high frequency and vibration and wasn't transhumanly connected to their low frequency and vibration and to their technical transhuman mind control computer virus, which is the Earth, I would be vibrating higher, and so I would be shaking those atoms up faster, making them vibrate at a higher frequency and giving out good energy. But because I'm kept unhappy and at a low frequency and vibration, it's like it starts to settle, and then eventually there's no vibration, and that's what you have, a technical Earth snowball matrix, where the human beings are centered in that, like the little cat. And even Putty looks a little bit lifeless there, doesn't he? Because he's not running around energetic, happy and jumping up and down. That's just an example, because I was given this ball with the late great cat, that populated this region with the late great Simba dog, and they were masters of the animal kingdom in the suburb of Leichhardt and many other suburbs too when they ventured around. Well, the cat never ventured past the outside of this front door much, even though it wasn't actually my animal. But I don't think you own anything. I think that an animal chooses to stay with you, and you're kind of blessed to have that company for a little while. Any rate, better finish up. Finish up before... Oh, jeez. I can't press the knob. Did I show that well or not? I don't know if I did. Oh, wait on. Oh, sorry, I meant to have it round the other way and I've got myself on it instead. Okay, it's meant to be like that. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh. Did I show that properly or not? Oh, I actually just found this the other day. It was actually given to me a few years ago at Christmas, and it didn't cost much, but it had the, you know, that you can do these sorts of things where I didn't buy it, but you know, you can make the ball. You can put any picture inside these balls, evidently. I'm not sure how they do it, but it doesn't cost much, but it's an interesting idea. But they probably didn't realise that that is the snowball Earth. That is the you know, the Earth is like you know, could be more like a ball, but it's a closed-in ball, it's a reverse world. So what's on the outside is really on the inside, and what you think is on the outside is really on the inside. And, you know, the deception, I think, is that what's on the inside is really on the outside. Because what's underground is now above ground, because the androids and technology and Lucifer's artificially intelligent beings walk and control the earth. And that's just how it is, I think. And I think I might just turn that off. Yeah, I think I'll turn that off. I don't think. Oh, wait on. I think I'll just finish up. I think